Hello people! This is Zippy and welcome to my classroom. So in today's episode, we are looking at how to give our students, our children, the skills to become self-reliant. We know it's a tough world out there, and we need our younger generation to be confident, to be courageous, to be resilient, okay, to all these setbacks that they're going to face, because life is not a bed of roses. And if we teach them that roses have no thorns, then they grow up thinking that in life they will not face setbacks and everything will be a smooth ride all the way. And we know it won't. So in today's episode, I am talking to you about building resilience in our children, whether you're a parent or you're a teacher, an educator, a guardian, a mentor, and even if you're a student yourself and you're watching this, okay, I'm sure you'll get a few tips that will help you not be overcome or overwhelmed when things start going rough. As an adult here, please remind the students, remind your child of past experiences and past positive ones, past successes. And we know, if you do a very quick SWOT analysis of yourself, you know your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. And the adult, help your child see their strengths. Let's not always focus on their weaknesses. And what this does, when they grow up, they will always remember, wait, once upon a time I did this and it worked, so I will try again and I know it will work, so that they are not always thinking of the times that things went wrong. Another tip would be talking to them about other people's experiences. Now, not just their own, but give them real life examples of how other people were able to overcome challenges. And let it not just be, when I was your age, I used to walk barefoot 100 kilometers to school, but give them an example of someone else who they would really look up to. And like, you read the story of the actress Viola Davis, and you see all the obstacles she faced in her life, and you look at where she is right now and you wonder how was she able to overcome all that. But then you see step by step that she was building resilience through the things that life threw at her, and she's where she is now because of that. Also, give them positive, effective feedback. And some people call it verbal persuasion, and just positivity. Give them good words. If they've done something wrong, find a good way of putting it up there. Remember, we're building the foundation to how they're going to face obstacles in life. But if we are busy telling them in a very negative way how badly they've performed, how poor things look like, and stuff like that, they grow up having a very low self-esteem. But here we are at their foundation stages, wanting to grow that self-confidence and esteem. So give them this great feedback. Let them know that yes, that one you did so well. On this other one, I think we can do it like this. But just keep encouraging them. Let them know that you're actually a very objective person and you're not hating on them. And especially as a teacher, you hear that a lot, like, teacher, I don't think you like me. Because at that age, their biggest focus is how much you like them, and your subject content comes later. Okay, so first they want to see, does this teacher actually like me? And we don't really go in liking or disliking students, but how we talk to them makes them think that you might not, or you might actually like it, or you might be favoring one person over the other. And the story or the theory done by Elton Mayo, one of the experiments he did, where he had a group of 12 girls and 6 of them kept on being told positive things, that you're good, you can, you're amazing, you can achieve a lot, and this other group that kept on being told negative things, you will not amount to anything, you are a horrible person, nothing ever, will ever come out, yeah, that negativity made them become bad. They were all on the same scope. None of them was especially good or especially bad, but after the end, at the end of the experiment, the good girls actually became even better, and the bad girls, the ones who are labeled bad, actually became bad, and because they grew up believing that yes, I am bad, and nothing good can come out of me, and that is what they gave out. So whatever we are putting into these students is what we are going to get out. If we keep telling them how bad they are, they will show us how bad they are. If we keep showing them how good, remarkable they are, they will show us amazing and wonderful things. As a parent, as a teacher, help students set goals. We need goals in life, whether they're short term or long term. You want to know where you're going to be in the next 6 months, in the next 6 years, okay? So what do? We teach them how to set goals, and we help them track and monitor. So if it's grades, you said at the beginning of the term that you'd like to get an A in these subjects. So where are we right now? Help them track. Let them see that you're actually following up. It creates accountability. It's a skill they will need for the rest of their lives. And Angela Duckworth mentioned types of goals, and she says there are low-level goals, middle-level goals, and now what is at the very top, what you're really, really working towards. If I want to be a CEO in the next 10 years, what are the low-level goals that I need to have at the moment? Be punctual, be accountable, be honest. So these low-level goals help you get to your end goal. Another way to teach our children to be self-reliant is not by teaching just content, but also concept, because concepts are lifelong. Whatever work or task I'm giving them needs to be giving them skills that will be needed later on in future, where the teacher or the parent will not be there. Skills like teamwork, skills like decision making, communication, problem solving. These are skills they will need once they leave your house, they leave your school. How will they relate with other people out there? They won't have mommy or daddy or Mr. So and so, Miss So and so always defending them or always showing them the way. They will need to rely on themselves. You could also give thought-provoking questions, things like I've mentioned in our previous video, that will boost their higher order thinking skills. And what this does is it ignites a fire in them. It ignites curiosity that makes them want to know more, and teach them how not just to wait for the teacher to do stuff for them, but they could also go ahead and do research. We are in the day and age where information is everywhere. They just need to find it. Another way would be to promote dialogue and, again, collaboration. If you're giving them group work, or they have to work with a partner, or I have this rule I have in my language classes called Ask Three Then Me, because students want to fully rely on the teacher. They have physical dictionaries and online dictionaries they could use, but it's faster and easier to just ask Miss, what is a carnation? And if I keep giving them the answer, they will never learn to look for them. So ask three then me means that you'll have to ask your deskmate, your other person, or whoever else, or a dictionary, and it reduces that reliance on the teacher, because it's not going to work like that in life. They will not always run to their teacher or run to their parents in every single scenario. They will need to have the skills to be there for themselves or find the nearest person to ask for help. And that's why such a rule of, ask three before you get to me is really helpful. Another thing we could add is motivation. Give rewards, give a thing not just for basic skills, but things like, who was the critical thinker of the class this academic year, or who was able to jump in and solve problems that we faced as a class. And they get to see, wait, I'm not always being rewarded for just my grade, or this other thing, but there's somebody actually recognizing that I am able to stand up for myself. I am able to see things that other people may not easily see and give solutions where they're needed. Something that, a skill that is really needed in today's life. I know you might think that, they will not always be given rewards in life, but they will learn to reward themselves by delaying gratification. And they know that, let me achieve this and then I'll buy myself that thing that I want, or I'll take that vacation that I wanted later on. And these are ways of motivating themselves. So you're teaching them the basics, and then they learn to rely on themselves for their own motivation. As a teacher, another way would be to break down very large tasks into small manageable portions. And this works so that they don't feel overwhelmed. Remember, we're trying to build their self-confidence to make them rely on themselves better. And if the task looks, overwhelming, they will be scared of tackling it. But let's show them that this is actually doable. So when they grow up, they will be able to divide their tasks. They know, I have a to-do list. So how do I divide my tasks into a way that I am able to manage and accomplish everything and meet my goals? And the last way I'd like to mention is to give them self-assessment tools. And we can do this in class in the form of a checklist. And even you as a parent at home, you're trying to teach your child how to take up chores in the house. Give them like a rubric, a checklist where they keep check. Okay, yes, I've done this, I've been able to do that. They assess themselves. So if you're talking about in a subject area, for example, where you've taught a couple of things and you want to see if the objectives have been met, let them have a checklist, and they're able to say, yes, I'm able to name this, yeah, I'm able to identify that, yes, I'm able to explain this, and they get a skill that they will need. So later on in life, they can make their own checklist and build it like in the version called the KWL, where you look at what you already know, what you want to know, and what you have now learned. And this is a skill that we can use even as adults. What do I already know? Build curiosity. What do I want to know? And you find avenues to get to do that. Do I need to enroll in a course? Do I need to read a book? Do I need to meet someone to give me this information? Okay, and then what have you learned? And yeah, folks, we've come to the end of this. I really hope that you've been able to get ways in which you could build self-reliance, actually, for you, or also for your child, your students, and anyone that you are going to be talking to. So we're trying to mentor the future generation. And remember, it's not just the things that are taught in class. Majority of the things that they're going to learn through their subject, content, might not help them in life, but the skills and the concepts that they will learn are what will make them self-reliant and make them great members of this world. And I hope this has been a lesson that you won't forget. Please like, share, subscribe, and please let me know in the comment section what you have done to help your students or your children become more self-reliant.